Hey, and welcome to Weigh In. We'll get to that in a minute. I got to clear up something I said yesterday. What a doofus. I told y'all wrong on carb conscience. I've never done any of the iTrack Bite programs, only Better Balance. So I just assumed, you know what they say about people that assume? I just assumed that number was carbs. No, I was in there messing with it, and it's points. I'm not counting points. So I don't care to know the points. So what I'm doing is calorie command, and you can set it the same way. The calories, it shows, that's instead of points, that's your main thing it shows is calories, and you can set your secondary measure under that for it to be carbs. So now I can see just exactly what I want, just my calories and just my carbs. So when I told you on Carb Conscious that you can set those to your carbs, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. But if you still want to do it that way, if you still want to count points and do carbs, then you can manually set your carbs, because what it does is it tells you how many calories and what percentage of fat, protein, and carbs. Well, I don't count fat and I don't count protein. Those are they're not even on my radar. They just, wherever they go, they go. But you can set, click manual, and you can set how many carbs you want to eat that day, and keep a track of it that way. Excuse me. Let me show you something unprecedented. We are sitting here having a chat, and I don't have coffee. I just finished some, so I got my water. Let me see. Making sure it didn't make some big slurpy noise. This did not come with a straw, so I get those big, long straws that they sell at Dollar Tree, because it fits perfect. This is one of those like 30-ounce Arctic. I got it on sale for Black Friday a year ago. It was a Christmas gift to myself. I love it. It keeps ice all day long. It keeps your drink super duper cold. And that's Arctic, RTIC, if you were so interested. To me, I think they're as good as Yeti, but at a fraction of the cost. Not that I've ever had a Yeti to know, but I can't imagine Yeti being any better. So anyway, I did want to clear that up about iTrack Bites, in case some of you already knew it and you're like, oh, she is a doofus. That is not what that means. So I'm still counting carbs, calories, so I'm doing it on calorie command. Both of those, by the way, if you don't want to do the blue plan, both of those, everything else on there other than the keto option, is free. So you don't even have to pay anything if you want to do calories or carb conscious or sugar cravings, or I don't know if there's another one or not. Those are all free, so you don't have to pay a dime. Now, let me also say, the outpouring that y'all have showed in my comments has not gone unnoticed. I'm trying to get to everybody, comment, like everything, because, that's what I do. But the outpouring of support from y'all has been amazing. Some of you don't even do Weight Watchers now. So you already weren't doing Weight Watchers. Some of you are still going to do Weight Watchers. Some of you have already switched to iTrack Bites. Some of you are going to switch to iTrack Bites. But the one thing that all of y'all have in common is we still watch you for you. And that, I'm not going to cry because that's so stupid. That makes me feel better that you watch me for me than for any kind of like Weight Watchers content. Like I said, I don't really think I do Weight Watchers content other than recipes or whatever. And then I don't even like all those. I don't even like everything I cook. I've told y'all before, I like my old-fashioned cooking, my fat days cooking. That's the cooking I like. This whole making it work, I'll eat it and deal with it, but it ain't my favorite. And anything that you ever see on my website, if you make it, change it however you, if it don't sound good, you change it around. And if you watch my videos, I will tell you if I've screwed up and you need to change something, I'll tell you. So I don't worry about that. But the fact that, what was that? Okay, somebody help me. What's that movie? They like me. They really like me. That's what I just thought of. What was that? Was it Sally Field and something? Somebody help me out. I'm not even going to Google it. Somebody help me out down in the comments. So yeah, I didn't mean to get all weepy about that, but it's very touching. It's just very touching. So I do appreciate all y'all that are sticking around for me. And I'm gonna tell you what, when you hear what I got to say today, you might be rolling your eyes thinking, what did I stick around for? But let me preface it by saying, I told y'all our vacation is a staycation. He's been home. He hadn't not done a thing. He's laid there. He's watched the news. He's watched whatever he wanted to watch. He's rested. He's not done one single solitary thing. And I've not asked him to do one single solitary thing, because I've told you before, hardest working man I know works his ass to the bone using your fingers, but he works he works it the other way. So if he can't get 1 week off during the year that he never ever takes, then that's pretty sad. So I've just let him be, not made him do a single solitary thing, and I'm not going to ask him. So our staycation is still not over. So what I'm fixing to tell you is up until today, but it's still not over, because he don't go back to work till Monday night. So Monday we'll be back on track. Supper on Monday, because Saturday we'll eat out. Tomorrow is New Year's Day. We'll talk about that in a minute. Saturday's eat out day. Sunday, I don't even know what I think I have country ribs. We'll see the menu tomorrow. I made it early in the week, so I can't remember what's on it. I was going to make country ribs, I think 2 weeks ago, and I never got around to it. So we'll be back on track Monday. So what has happened up until this point may happen even further. I ain't making no promises. I told you when I started this thing that I figured I'd gain 10 pounds. That's what I said. I said, I'm probably going to gain 10 pounds. And I was okay with that. A lot of people are not okay with gaining 10 pounds, but I knew this was a special week and there would be special circumstances, and I wasn't fighting it. I was just going with it, and I was going to enjoy myself. And yeah, the fat girl ate food. Woo! Big news. So let me tell you what happened. I weighed in at 328.1, which was a 7.2 pound gain. Guess what? I didn't hit my 10 pounds. Like I said, it's not over. I don't think I'll gain 3 pounds, but that puts me down to 49 pounds. So it sucked me down. But you know what? I'm going to get a lot of this off when I get back to the low carb, because it's going to suck a lot of body fluids off of me, because I can tell you right now, I am retaining. Now my rings will still slide around, but my belly and even my legs, the way my shorts fit my legs, I'm swollen. So I know some of that's fat and some of it is fluid from all the crap food we have been eating. Hold on. We have had a fish plate, and you know that's a fried fish plate. That ain't no broiled fish plate. That is catfish strips, salt and peppered. Can I get a holler? Hush puppies, French fries. Could have opted for the baked potato, but no. Oh, let's see. What else have we had? Christmas Eve we had Chinese. Then let's see, the fish plate. We had cookout one day. What it is, we're eating out one day and cooking one day. So it's every other day. Eat out, cook, eat out, cook. And what I'm cooking ain't, healthy. I made cheeseburger soup last night, just full of Velveeta. Full of Velveeta. Really wasn't bad. As far as carbs go, it's like 14 carbs, because there's carbs in Velveeta cheese where there ain't none in like the cheese. I don't think. I could be wrong. But that's what put the carbs in it there. What else did we eat? I know we eat out something else. That's not the only things we've had. We have not ordered pizza. We didn't order pizza. I don't think. That might have been last week. That's pretty bad. I can't remember. Do y'all get like that? You can't remember what you ate? I had oatmeal this morning. I am eating my prepped food, so at least I'm getting that in. But I'm not eating like all day. Cool. A couple of days I kind of feel like I have. I've hunted something up all day, but I'm just not eating good food. I'm eating that kind of food. It's good, but it's not good for you. So everything in moderation, but this week has not been about moderation. It's just been about enjoying ourselves, and we have. So I don't mind. I've weighed more, obviously, and I jumping cartwheels because I'm gotta lose it again? No, but am I going to go sit in the corner and cry? No, not this time. If I thought I didn't deserve it, I'd probably pout a little bit, but I deserved it. I went in full well knowing it was going to happen. So that's what that is. Now I was going to ask you on New Year's Day. I can't remember. Somebody asked me about them hog gels. If you saw my grocery haul last week, I went ahead and bought my hog gels because on New Year's Day, you have a lot of people have pork chops or ribs or something of pork because you eat pork, you eat black-eyed peas, and you eat greens, and then we always have rice with ours. That's just what you do. That's what I've done my whole entire life. Well, we eat hog gels, and I know somebody's like, well, what is a hog gel? It's exactly what it says it is. It's this. It's sliced off that hog gel. It is just like bacon. The bacon comes off the back, right? Slabbed off of there. Well, it's just slabbed. It's just a different part of the body, but it's still a piece of fat. But the flavor on it is completely different because they smoke the bacon. And I don't know what they do to the hog gel. It's just, I think it's just what it is. It is like a cross between bacon and fatback. If you've ever, but they don't salt it down like fatback. You know, fatback, they salt it up. Some pieces are so salty you can't even eat them. But boy, I hadn't had fatback in a long time. I'm gonna have to get me some. I'm gonna have to get me some for the week's up. Of course, there ain't no carbs in it. It's just fat. Lord, if I get started on the fatback, it's on. Holly used to just crave that stuff when she was growing up. She's like, she needed some fatback. So, you know, I'd fry her up some. But what I was going to ask you was, would you be interested in seeing our New Year's dinner and how I do hog gels? In case you ever see them in the store and you think, what is that? I'll show you. It's not scary. It's not gross. It's just fat. There's a little streak of meat in it if you're, you know, lucky. There's a bigger streak than there is fat, but I like the fat. Me and David are Jack Sprat. His wife, Jack Sprat, could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. That's us. When he gets a steak, he passes the fat over to me because I love the fat. I love the fat. I love fried pork chop fat. Listen, there ain't no wonder I got up to be 377 pounds, all the crap I ate. But it is the stuff I was raised on. And it is hard. It is hard to stop a moving train. That's what came to my mind. It is hard to bust a habit, a lifestyle that you've known your whole life. I'm 58 years old. I knew that up until just a couple of years ago. That was my life for, 56 years? It's hard to just, some of you have it and you snap it and it's done, but it's not that easy for some of us. So I think I've overcome a lot of, I know for a fact I've overcome a lot of my eating habits because we don't eat like we used to. If we did, I would probably be 500 pounds by now because the way it crept up on me over the years, you know, you don't see yourself in the mirror like you really are. And then you might see a picture like, oh my gosh, I'm really big. But it don't really dawn on you. And then like the picture that I put on my thumbnail, that big swole face picture, that was the first day I started Weight Watchers in April of 2018. That is what I look like. And so I didn't realize I looked like that. I didn't realize my eyes were so slitted down because I was so swollen. I did not know that's how I looked until I looked at the picture after I had changed. And obviously you change up in here before you change down in here because they steal all kind of stuff down in here. Y'all just get from here up. You don't see all the other goods. Let me just tell you, they're there. But what we talking about? I don't know if maybe you'd want to see how you prepare a hog jowl. If it's just a little bit, I would fry them in the pan. But like then when I make them for the whole family, which was pretty much all the time, I started baking them in the oven. Oh my gosh, so much easier. But I thought maybe I would show you how I do that. And I know I had somebody ask me about collard greens too. If they got some at the store, I bought some frozen ones. I'm thinking, you know what? I believe I'm going to need some real greens. Not that those aren't real greens, but I feel like I'm going to need some green greens, So somebody had asked me before when I was talking about I had collard greens, what they were. I could show you how to make those. Now, some of you are more southern than I am, and you cook better than I do, but I can show you the way I do it in case you see a collard green and you're like, what is that big old elephant? They look like those elephant ear plants, just not as big. You remember those? Mama had those in the front yard growing up right beside the stoop where we lived here, those big elephant ear plants. I thought those were the coolest plants ever, but they're not that big. But sometimes you can get some big old collard greens. I thought, well, I can show you how to clean and cook collard greens if you want to see it. If you don't want to see none of it, then that's fine. But some of you might be interested to know how some of us here in the South do New Year's Day. How my household does New Year's Day. And ever since I've been married, this is how we've done it. So anyway, I think that is all. No, that is not all I know today. I got a cricket for Christmas. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you got one, I know a couple of you did, and some of you are already professionals because you've had it. But if you just got one new, let me tell you, you're going to end up kicking and screaming and wanting to throw that thing out the window when you first get started. I mess up, I don't know, probably 4 projects before I got to where I was comfortable and I figured it out and this and that. So what I started with was just little small words. And what I thought I would do was I would insert pictures of the things I have made. Now I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try to talk and take away the picture part of this video and just insert the picture of my craft. So bear with me while I try something new. This is the first things I did that actually went on something that you could see, and that is on my coffee baskets, flavored and regular. I thought it turned out good. I had only written on there, it's a chalkboard. I had written on there with like a chalk ink marker, so I had to clean that off. So I think that looks a lot better. This canisters are the next thing. I've had these. I have 4 of them, and I can't figure out what I want to put on the 4th one, and if I want to put anything on the 4th one. But I've had them in the top of my closet in here for ages, because what I'll do is I'll get them out and use them, then I'll get tired of them, then I'll put them back up. So I knew I wanted to do popcorn, so I looked around and I found that thing, so I made it, and then you can see I made snacks, and then I made coffee. I don't want them to all be different. I didn't want just a uniform set of canister labels, so I made those. Now the next thing I made were these 2 plaques in my kitchen. I saw the one with the stacked up animals and I fell in love with it. So that was the first intricate one that I had to do as far as weeding out those letters, right? The words. And then I thought, well, it's going to look kind of naked over there by itself in that spot. So I made, what does it say? I'm not even in there y'all eat yet? That's it. That's just something we say around here. Y'all eat yet? So I thought they looked pretty good together. Now, my son saw the stacked up animals, and he is a huge carnivore. I mean, a huge carnivore. He makes PETA go crazy because he's all about the animals. When he saw it, he goes, he said, I want one. He said, but I want it to say wings, bacon, and steak. So where mine was just like what they give you, He wants it to be what he eats off that animal. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. That's a whole new ball game. So I got in here yesterday and I got to studying and Googling and figuring and trial and error like crazy. And then I got tired last night and I had to walk away because I was just not thinking clearly. And so I got up this morning and I found an error I made and I quickly fixed that and it worked. So what I had to go through to make this was not easy, but now I have a new skill in my little box of tricks. So now I will insert what I made for RJ. I think he's going to love it. I told him he's asleep. He must have worked last night because he's asleep. I said, as soon as you wake up, you have to let me know. I've got to bring it. I've got to bring it. So I finished that this morning. So if you got a Cricut, if I figured it out, you can figure it out. So go watch your YouTube videos, go learn, read articles, just whatever. And I've still got plenty to learn. It's not like I know it all yet, but every new thing I do adds a new little trick to my bag. So I just wanted to share what I have done with my Cricut so far. And I guess that will be all I'm going to say on this video. I will see you tomorrow for a meal plan and grocery haul.